Okay, hello everybody. It's me again. It's Keith at 50th Street Studio. Tonight we're going to be showing Gamera the Invincible. This is we're continuing our recent tradition of revisiting movies that we showed at our retail space for the brief time that we had a retail space in Renton, Washington. That's long gone now. At this point, we opened in December, and the stay-at-home orders from the governor came down in mid-March. So at this point right now, we if we had stayed in that space, we would be shut down considerably longer than we were even open. So it was the right thing to have moved out, even considering how much money and grief that we lost over all of that. Okay, all that aside, we've got 3 viewers. We've got 3 people watching on Twitch. Hi everybody. Please say hello. Let me know who you are. And you notice I've got the no 45 symbol down here in the corner. I think it's very important that we make that known where we stand on this here at 50th Street. We're going to watch Gamera, the Japanese Godzilla knockoff movie, and we're going to watch the American release. At the studio, we played the original Japanese version with, I don't recall if we played it with subtitles or if it was dubbed, but it was the Japanese theatrical cut. The one I'm going to show tonight is the American cut. It was the only Gamera movie that was given an American theatrical release, and we're gonna watch that version, which I've not seen. Apparently, there's plenty more. There are extra scenes with bad American actors pretending to care about Gamera. But before we do that, since it is 4th of July, we're gonna play some patriotic cartoons, which I pointed out on the social media, which means wartime cartoons. Patriotism and wartime, that's basically the same thing. And we have a whole stack of those to show. I'm going to start with a little thing from 1976, a little independent animated film called 200. Here we go. This is one of my favorites. I guess I should have given a warning for flashing lights, because there's plenty of them. I wish I could tell you who the band is. I wish I knew the name of this musical track. Great rock and roll jazz piece. I have no idea. See, this is great music. Who's watching? Say hello in the chat. Like Vince Collins. He made a number of stream of consciousness independent animations like this. In his career, that's what he's known for. He got a grant for this back in 1976. The bicentennial. I've had people my age say that that they used to see this all the time when they were kids. I never saw this as a kid. I only discovered this online maybe 10 years ago, 10 or 15 years ago. Alright, more cartoons. This time Bugs Bunny. Speaking of wartime cartoons.
The tall man with a high hat and a whiskers on his chin will soon be knocking at your door, and you ought to be in. The tall man with the high hat will be coming down your way. Get your savings out when you hear him shout, any bonds today? Come on and get 'em, folks. Come on, skip right up and get 'em. Any bonds today? Bonds of freedom, that's what I'm selling. Any bonds today? Scrape up the most you can. Here comes the freedom man, asking you to buy your share of freedom today. Money stamps today. Give kitties. We'll be blessed if we all invest in the USA.
Complete with Bugs Bunny in blackface.
My Uncle Sammy.
Here comes the freedom man.
Can't make tomorrow's plan.
Not unless you buy a share of freedom today.
Any stamps,
Any bonds today.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us all sing our national anthem.
This is a part that I've never seen. I did not know that this was attached to the end of this Any Bonds Today cartoons. I've never seen this part. Wow. I'm sure the audiences were very enthusiastic about this. There's illegal fireworks going on in my neighborhood right now. I'm hearing them in stereo. Never seen that part before. That's amazing. Okay, this next film I'm gonna have to resize the video here to fit in the box. It's very rare for me to show a Disney cartoon. So the copyrights are so problematic. We'll see what happens. Spirit of 43, starring Donald Duck.
Payday. Yes, payday. Millions of dollars pouring into the hands of the American worker. Now, in the mind of the average worker live two separate personalities. One, the thrifty.
Wait a bit, laddie. You're going to save a bit of that, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oftentimes, idle money burns a hole in your pocket, which brings out the other personality. The spendthrift.
Hi, big shot. Come on with me. I'll show you how to spend your dough. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I got a couple of good dates.
But, laddie, I've got some better dates.
I'd have to do some reading. This might be the first appearance of the character that
Every
became
American
Scrooge
should pay
McDuck.
his or her income tax gladly
Might
and
be.
proudly. This year, thanks to Hitler and Hirohito, taxes are higher than ever before. Will you have enough money on hand to meet your payments when they fall due?
We'll take care of that later. Forget it, forget it.
But you don't want to forget our fighting men, do you?
No, sir.
Then you'll have to start saving right away to meet your tax payments.
No. Listen,
I've noticed that,
spend it. It's your dough. Yeah, it's my dough.
Aye, laddie.
Our,
It's your dough. But it's your war, too. You must save for victory.
What's money for?
our chatbot is not working.
Shoot the works.
Nay,
Again.
nay, you must save
Spend
it.
As usual.
It's your dough.
Save!
Yeah, it's my dough.
Spend, save, spend, save, spend, save,
Spend,
save,
spend,
save,
spend,
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 save. Well, now what are you going to do? Spend for the Axis? Or save for taxes? Just remember, every dollar you spend for something you don't need is a dollar spent to help the Axis. That's right. And every dollar you sock away for taxes is another dollar to sock the Axis. For it is your taxes, my taxes, our taxes that run the factories. American factories, working day and night. Factories making guns, machine guns, anti-tank guns, long-range guns, guns, all kinds of guns. To blast the aggressors from the seas. Taxes for American factories.
I'll have to post the
Working
links
full
myself
blast,
in the chat. Here we go.
making planes.
Yeah, there we go.
Bombers, dive bombers. Flying fortresses.
New viewer just joined us
interceptors,
on Twitch.
stalk the
Say hello.
birds of prey that fly by night. Taxes to bury the Axis. Taxes. Taxes for ships, battleships, battle cruisers, destroyers, all kinds of battle wagons. Taxes to sink the Axis. Taxes to keep them flying. Taxes to keep them rolling. Taxes to keep them coming. Taxes to beat to earth the evil destroyer of freedom and peace. This is our fight. The fight for freedom. Freedom of speech, of worship. Freedom from want and fear. Taxes will keep democracy on the march.
God, this terrifying and thrilling at the same time. Beautifully made. Alright, what's next? The next cartoon? I believe it's a Popeye cartoon I picked next. Yeah. This is another one of my personal favorites. It's one of the rare latter Popeye cartoons that I actually like quite a bit. Popeye cartoons By the 1940s, the Popeye cartoons weren't nearly what they had been in the 1930s.
Thunderous bed blacksmith trade a village chestnut stand.
So it's really,
The mighty man of sea with washed up dishpan head.
it's really rare for me to like one of these
Okay,
latter-day
boy. Give me
Popeye
your rudder
cartoons, but this
foot.
one I like quite a bit.
Nosy. Who do I
Nosy.
know that can write?
Who do I know that can write?
No, no. Why, they can't take me. And I got flat feet and hardening of the arteries.
Hardening of the arteries.
Knives
Popeye is
around
working for the
shop.
draft board?
I got shooting pains. Listen. My eyesight, why, I'm practically blind. I can't see me hand in front of my face. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, what a babe. Hiya, Toots.
It's not fair, Popeye.
I caught you, but I didn't catch your name.
1,000 pounds.
Okay, buddy. Sign here and you'll be in the Navy.
I've been tricked. Nothing doing, buddy. I'm gonna get myself disabled. Well, here's where I commit exception.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Imagine one own home being cluttered up with a lot of strange people dropping in all over the place when you least expect them. And very uninvited, I might add. By the way, who did invite you? No, never mind that. I've never been so humiliated in all my born days. Now get out, get out. 23 skidoo, out, 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 out. And I warn you, if this incident occurs again, you'll have the devil to pay.
I'll never sign
Okay,
up.
that was bizarre.
Never. Never.
A going to hell joke in the middle of the cartoon rather than being the punchline. They saved the rubber.
This ought to be a safe way to get hurted.
Oh, okay.
Cute little orphan.
I see what the gag is here.
Trying to be happy. Ah, the youth of childhood. Babes in arms. Carefree infantry. So young and innocent of what's cooking in the world today.
Hey, Popeye! I got it! I got an exception! Boy, oh boy! They can't do that to the Navy!
The sea hiling Jack in the Box. I like that. Okay, the buck-tooth and monkey gag.
Your emperor in Japan is gonna feel this. One.
It should happen to Hitler.
Hey, Dolph, speak to me.
He's the same gag twice in the same scene.
How do you spell Bluto?
B-L-U-T-O.
That's my favorite part of this, is the way it ends. The B-L-U-T-O. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Gumby for president. We've skipped ahead to the 1960s.
It appears from here that the nomination convention has reached a deadlock. Wait. Now we'll switch you down to the floor of the convention hall to hear the delegate from California.
Laddie is saying we need someone for president everyone trusts and loves. Laddie nominates the international TV star Gumby.
It looks like it's unanimous.
Yippee! I've always wanted to live in the White House.
Oh, maybe I'll meet Abraham Lincoln.
Maybe, if you go for ghosts.
Man, I don't know a thing about
Good one.
being a president.
As your advisor, campaign manager, and ghostwriter, I ask you to leave such details to me. Gumby, you just stay here, and I'll check out Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, the 4 top presidents of the country are carved in that mountain. I'll find out who they are. When I get back, I'll have the secrets to being a super president.
Super president? I don't even want to be president.
Now I'm going to need a secretary. Goo, can you take shorthand?
No, but I can hold a microphone.
Good. Then let's go. This is Mount Rushmore, Goo. Take down the names as I give them to you. Let's see. There's George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, and Teddy Roosevelt. Did you get that, Goo?
George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, and Teddy Bear.
Well, 3 out of 4 isn't bad, Goo.
There's a book about George Washington.
Very observant of you, Goo.
They drove all the way to North Dakota and back.
It's cold and dark, and we're on an ice floe. This is no place to find the President of the United States.
Wrong again, Goo. This is the Delaware River, and here comes George now, right on time. George Washington, sir, a friend of mine who's candidate for president needs to know your secret for being a good president.
Well, let me see.
Okay, wait a minute. If he was crossing the Delaware, he hadn't been president yet.
Well, there's our next man. Let's go, Goo.
I see the plot hole here.
We're okay, sir. Are you Mr. Lincoln?
Okay, same problem.
All men are created equal,
and are endowed by their Maker with these inalienable rights: life, liberty, and the, let's see,
Excuse me, Mr. Jefferson. How about the pursuit of happiness?
excellent.
Okay,
The
once again, if
pursuit
he's
of happiness.
composing the
I
Declaration
hope
of
you're
Independence,
not a spy
then
for King George III, because what I'm writing here is top secret. The king would shoot me if he found me writing this.
Oh, no, sir.
Oh, wow.
I'm a revolutionary just like you. I just want to ask you what you think is a presidential candidate's best weapon for winning.
President should know that the pen is mightier than the sword or guns.
He hadn't invented the presidency yet. So many problems. These time travel shows never make any sense, though.
You almost forgot this big stick. Hey, Prickle, what are all these things for?
Well, the 4 best presidents in our history said you need these things to be president. Tell Gumby briefly what they said, Goo.
George Washington. Cross the river when the enemy least expects you. Abe Lincoln. People vote for me because I can split more rails. Thomas Jefferson. The pen is mightier than the sword or guns. And Teddy Roosevelt. Walk softly and carry a big stick.
To me, they look more like some props for some comedian in show business.
Ha ha ha, knee slapper, Gumby. Excuse me, Pokey. Alright, that's a typical, typical Gumby cartoon that they got to a certain point and just stopped animating. Like they allotted a certain number of hours, a certain number of days to animate for each cartoon, and they got to a point and just stopped. didn't write an ending or anything. Happy Gothart came in. Hi, Carissa. Thanks for coming. I just got finished showing some patriotic cartoons. I showed a good half-hour block of cartoons there. We're getting ready to start the movie, which is Gamera tonight.